Yo, what's up guys? Today I'm making two videos because, how could I not? So much news came out. The Overwatch League once again was amazing. The Dallas Fuel and Boston Uprising went at it all the way to Game 5. They battled tooth and nail. Dallas did look pretty good, but the Boston Uprising are just on an upward swing and they are looking great. We're going to get into that game. We also saw the news come out of Dallas Fuel and the Overwatch League that AKM would be signing with the Dallas Fuel come mid-season pickups. So first I'm going to talk about the Boston Uprising match, and then I'm going to talk about how the AKM signing for Dallas Fuel can help or hurt them in the long run. Today was amazing, guys. If you enjoyed the games, if you enjoy my channel and my videos, please give me a like and subscribe to the channel. We're out here making videos daily, sometimes even 2 a day. I'm grinding really hard and I appreciate all you guys. Thank you for watching my videos. Now, I guess let's just hop right into it. Starting off with the Dallas Fuel and Boston Uprising game. It was the second match in a row where they didn't play Harry Hook or Taimu at all. Now, the reason for Harry Hook not playing apparently is because he has been sick and life has just been hitting the wall. At least this is what the Dallas Fuel coach Kai said on Twitter. For all the PMs about who played this week, the answer is simple. I am well aware of how good Harry Hook is, but he is sick. Life is real. So very interesting tweet there. Apparently Harry Hook is sick. He said nothing about Taimu, so maybe they just think Siegel's the better fit for them right now. And I can't blame him. Siegel's been playing very well in the past 2 games. Yes, they did lose the Boston Uprising, but the Boston Uprising looked damn good, guys. Especially on Anubis. They're insane on Anubis. The way they ran through the Dallas Fuel and the London Spitfire on this map was very impressive. Right now, they're looking like one of the best teams on 2CP. At the very least, one of the best on Anubis. And the Dallas Fuel and the London Spitfire have shown to be no slouches on 2CP as well, going head to head with almost every single team they played. And the Boston Uprising just swept both of them away on Anubis. So very impressive performance there. Other than that, the maps were very close. Starting off on Numbani, it was back and forth. The Dallas Fuel had an amazing push on their second attack, pushing it from first point all the way down to last point with basically 0 time. That secured them the first map and the 1-0 lead in the series. Then we talked about that Anubis game. Boston Uprising came firing back, tied it up 1-1. So with the set being tied up 1-1, I was hoping that we maybe get a game 5. And leading into Ilios, it was another close map. Back and forth, basically 99-99 on all 3 maps. It's very exciting to see how close these games actually have become, because personally I've been preaching since the preseason that these teams are all going to be very close in terms of skill level, and every match can go either way. And I got a decent amount of flack for saying those types of things, because a lot of people just expected the Korean teams to be so much better than everybody else, along with like the Dallas Fuel and maybe like the Los Angeles Valiant being a tier above everybody, and all their games would just be easy for them, which I didn't really expect that, because every team is in the same atmosphere. They all have the same opportunity to become the best team, and it seems like almost every team is taking this very serious. They're all trying very hard, long practice days, consistent practice days. They're showing up on the stage, so because of this, every game is close, and I love it, man. I'm so happy that that is true, and I hope they keep coming. So after the Boston Uprising were up 2-1, the Dallas Fuel had to answer back on Dorado. And man, did they. They pushed through all 3 points, and then on their defense, they shut down the Boston Uprising, looking very strong on Dorado. Now, I will say this, the Boston Uprising have not performed really at all on Dorado. They've basically been first held by everybody they played on this map. But nonetheless, the Dallas Fuel still did look very strong, and they took it to a game 5. And on this last map, Lijiang, it was close again, but Boston Uprising ended up running away with it, especially on their last team fight being carried by Neko. Man, did he pop off. He's looking like a great Zenyatta. And just something to point out, there's so many good Zenyatas in this league. Really great to see the full potential of this hero. We've never really seen so many players pop off on him, and it's just awesome. That's one thing I wanted to point out. And Boston Uprising, they looked great. The Dallas Fuel, they looked good. I expected this match to be kind of close after their win against San Francisco, but I didn't think they would win, for another reason being that they literally just played like 12 hours before this match. Like, I mentioned this in my video last week, that they were going to have a crazy turnaround between matches. They played the last match last night at literally like, 1 a.m. Eastern, and then they had to play this match at like 2 p.m. Eastern. Insane turnaround. You know they have to sleep most of that time, so they basically had no time to prepare for this. Meanwhile, the Boston Uprising had all of yesterday and this morning to prepare. So definitely kind of a disadvantage. I don't know what Blizzard's going to do about that. Maybe they should cut down on matches being, you know, the last one of one night and then the first one the next day, especially on an early day like that. Saturdays are the earliest day of the league, and then Fridays are the latest nights of the league. So I don't think they should do that anymore. A little unfair for Dallas Fuel. I'm not going to make any excuses for them, but that is a bit unfortunate and maybe something that should be changed by the Overwatch League Commission. And Mickey actually made a tweet about this on Twitter that got a lot of attention, saying, "I hope this time will be the last time that I have to play late night and early morning right after." So yeah, I kind of agree with him. It's a little unfair, but you know, it is what it is. And the Dallas Fuel, I'm glad they found a roster that they like to run consistently, and it seems like maybe they can start to improve with this roster and become a playoff contender. Now, for Stage 1, it looks like their hopes are pretty much up. I don't really think it's possible for them to make the playoffs at this point, but for the overall Season 1 playoffs, they're just going to have to get their crap together. They got to start winning. They got to start performing. I'm going to say they win 1 or 2 more sets this stage, so they'll be about, what, 3-7? So they are currently 1-5, and they have 4 more matches left. Next, they're going up against the Philadelphia Fusion on Thursday next week. And then after that, they have the New York Excelsior on Saturday. Then in the final week, they'll play the Shanghai Dragons and close the season out against the LA Gladiators. Now, I think they'll lose the next week's matches against the Philadelphia Fusion and the New York Excelsior, putting them at 1-7, which isn't a very good scoreline. And then in their last week, I expect them to beat the Shanghai Dragons. And going in against the Los Angeles Gladiators, I think this will be a very close match, similar to the Boston Uprising one. I can't say who I think will win it yet. We'll have to see the games next week and see how the Dallas Fuel do and the LA Gladiators. But the Dallas Fuel got still a hard schedule ahead of them. They got some tough games against Philly and New York next week. And let's say they're able to beat the Gladiators and the Dragons. That puts them at 3-7 for the first stage. They're going to have to perform better than that. There are 3 more stages left, so about 30 more games to be played. But if they continue at about a 30% win rate in each stage, they're not going to make the playoffs. So they're going to need to drastically improve here and probably see about a 60 to 70% win rate in each stage moving forward to make the playoffs at the end of the day. So now that we've talked about this game, let's move on to the AKM signing and what this can do for them come mid-season. Now, just overall, the Dallas Fuel signing AKM midseason is a good pickup. AKM is a hard worker. He's a great player. So regardless of what he can bring to the team in game, he's still a valuable player to have on the roster. It's definitely a move in the right direction. Picking up AKM is very nice because now they can have another strong hit scan player when Taimu isn't hitting on all cylinders, and then they can put effect on that tracer. He's a really good player overall, and I can see him benefiting this team. Although one thing I don't like about the Dallas Fuel is it seems like they're kind of panicking with this pickup, which I think is very bad. I don't want their mentality being that, oh man, we're struggling, we have to go pick up a player to help us start doing better like ASAP. We need to go look for midseason pickups already. Yeah, it's good to look ahead, but for an announcement to come out this early, it kind of seems like they're panicking and that they're trying to tell the fans, all right guys, listen, we're trying to make moves, we're trying to get better for you guys. I don't know. I don't like this kind of direction. But again, I do respect the fact that they're going out and looking for a good player. I just don't like how it's being, dealt with, or I don't know, it just seems weird, seems odd, too early. I didn't expect to wake up and see this news at all. Hopefully that kind of makes sense. Sort of, okay, so say like we don't see the Shanghai Dragons or the Los Angeles Gladiators or Florida Mayhem, whatever teams are struggling, we don't see them coming out and saying, all right, we're picking up this player for the mid-season. It's still early for that. It's early to make decisions like that. And they're like too worried that they're doing bad and that fans are going to stop supporting them or something like that. I just think it's very early on. They're making moves too quick. Again, AKM is a good pickup. He is a great player to have on any roster in the Overwatch League, and I think it will benefit them. Just the way they're going about it and announcing it, a little odd to me, but it is what it is. So for those reasons, I kind of have mixed feelings about it. Again, I do think at the end of the day, AKM is going to help the Dallas Fuel roster improve, whether he's playing or not, whether he's on the bench. If he's in the game, he's going to help the team improve because he's just a smart player. He has a wealth of experience, so just because of that, he can provide a lot. Now, playing him again, that hit scan role, it's going to be nice to have another one, but again, he's kind of similar to Taimu. Like, you know what I mean? They're not really too different of players. Yes, he's a very good one, but Taimu's also very good as well. But then again, they haven't been running Taimu in their last 2 matches, so maybe something's going on behind the scenes that we don't know with Taimu, and maybe AKM is there to, you know, maybe show Taimu that, hey man, like, if you don't get your crap together, we're gonna look to replace you potentially. I don't know. I have no idea. This is all speculation. We'll just have to see how this one plays out. The Dallas field did look good today against the Boston Uprising. I do like this roster they're running. I think they should continue to run with it because Mickey's playing very good. Siegel is popping off, and Effect looks good as well. Let's actually go and look at their stats from yesterday against San Francisco Shock since those came out. So as you can see, we have Siegel here popping off, actually just topping the boards with a plus 26 KD. Effect like not far behind at all, plus 23. And then there's Mickey, not far at all behind either, with a plus 27. So those 3 players looking great. Very good stat line there for the Dallas field. Looking strong with this roster. I like it, and I hope they keep improving. So that's basically going to be it for this video, guys. The ACAM pickup, it's good, but it's a little off. The Dallas field looked decent against the Boston Uprising. Hopefully they keep improving. I like the roster they're running. And thank you for watching the video. If you guys enjoy my content, be sure to give a like to the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.